You love being outdoors, you love hiking, you love nature, but you also love that you are a mom and a dad to maybe something not quite so old yet, a toddler. And that's why you think you cannot do the first thing anymore. But what about I tell you you can, and I will show you how. So here are my tips how you can go out with your toddler into the nature, enjoy the trails and make core memories. First, be brave and find your own way. People will tell you many reasons why you can't do this, why it's complicated, annoying, or why you will fail if you try. But most of these advice come from people who either don't have kids themselves or are those who actually never tried to do it and just theoretically thought about the options why it would not work. But don't get discouraged. Find your own way, find your own why. Also be brave and click on the subscribe button exactly now. If you love nature, the outdoors, going adventure, challenges or gear, yep, then you're exactly at the right place. Second, pack light for yourself and enough for your kids. You have to bring more, as one member of your family is absolutely reluctant to carry anything for her or himself and technically themselves. Because you're obviously going to be the one who have to carry all of this, and therefore you have to make minor adjustments. So therefore you have to cut down a little bit on your needs so you have space for your smallest family member. I mean clothes, food and equipment, not the family member. I will talk about that in a second. Pack or dress according to the expected weather. Not too cold, not too hot, and always with the chance of rain or, other bodily related fluids. A trusted hiking buddy of mine once said that hikers pack their fears. And therefore you have to be a little bit brave and really pack what you need and try not to overpack. It will be much lighter for you. Number 3, the toddler gear list. What should you bring? Warm clothes plus some extra clothes when you're arriving on the peak of the mountain, because there it might be chilly and windy. An extra pair of overshoes and gloves. A hat. Diapers. Here an extra tip according to diapers. When you're gonna change your toddler, where are you gonna put those diapers? How are you gonna bring them? You're in the middle of the nature. What I always bring is cheap, easy, and will take care of the smell and the fluid. And that is a product that is perfect for exactly that. Dog poo bags. They're small, they're light, they're easy to pack. They often come in these rolls. Every dog owner knows this. And yes, they're perfect for bodily fluid. They don't drip, they conceal the smell, they hold what is in them, and they are easy to bring and to discard in the next public bin. Or you can also bring them home and they will not be disturbing in your backpack or leak there. Bring sunscreen in case the weather is really good. Water bottle with a straw. That's our version because our kid does not really like to drink out of these sippy cups, and the version with the straw just works really great for us. Because also your toddler will get thirsty. Food. You can prepare food at home and then bring it with you, or you can use ready-made glasses. Whatever is your preferred version. Bring a bit more than you think, because one of the worst things that can happen to you is a hungry toddler and you have no way of serving her or him any food. Another pro tip here, but this one needs a little bit of preparation and training. Train your child to also eat cold food, like spaghetti bolognese. Why? If your kid is only used to eat warm food, because that's how you prepare it at home, then it's very likely that it does not like cold food, because it's not used to it. Sure, you can bring one of these heat pots that can heat up your food, but they are heavy, they take up a lot of space, and often the battery life with the charging you can do don't really last really long. So what happens if those one goes empty? When you train them to also eat cold pasta, then you can serve them exactly that when you're on your hike. And don't forget to bring a fork or a spoon, or maybe 2. And the last thing, bring pacifiers. If your toddler uses those, and maybe bring 1 or 2 more. They don't weigh anything and it's very likely that your kid is gonna drop them on the way. Number 4, how are you gonna bring your toddler on the trail with you and actually have a great time doing it? Baby carriers, right? Wrong. Have you used those? Have you traveled with your baby through the airport, going through security check, passing the duty free and the restaurants and everything that comes afterwards, and then trying to find your gate? The moment you arrive at your gate, you're super happy that you can finally sit down, because these carriers are heavy. And you don't want to carry that up a mountain. Stroller, that's an obvious no, because it doesn't matter how big your tires are on the trails, you're not gonna have any chance. Hiking backpack for babies or toddlers. Exactly. That is the real deal. We bought the Deuter Kid Comfort Pro, and let me tell you, that thing is fun. For our toddler and for us. Okay, let's be honest. Probably I'm the one who's the most excited about this backpack, and it's so amazing to be the one carrying your child, taking care of him in this very personal way, and it's a cool connection Because suddenly when you're walking, someone with very small hands is patting you on the head or is twinching your skin in the neck. It's amazing, it's fun. I mean, you wouldn't believe what a cool and bonding moment that is. The Deuter backpack, it is based on a standard hiking backpack, but they adjusted it because so they use the general knowledge of hiking backpacks. So therefore they know I have a certain weight on the back, I have to put it onto your hips, onto your shoulders, that you have it comfortable. Yeah, they do this. The only thing they had to do is to make the area where your kid is kid-friendly, to make it comfortable, to make it stable, to make it safe, and they did exactly that. I love the built-in sunroof in this Pro version because there you always have the protection of the sun and your kid will be in the shadow. It doesn't matter how you're turning or how you're walking. My wife always paid attention to it when we're using it outdoors and it just works. The area where your kid is sitting is padded in all kinds of directions. Therefore, it's very comfortable because at some point it might happen that your kid will fall asleep, and then no matter it decides to rest its head, it's going to be comfortable and you're going to feel good about it. Also, the front area is detachable because, let's be honest, while eating some snacks or some food, it might get a little bit messy, and therefore you can remove it and put it in the washing machine and put it back, which is a nice small detail. The backpack also offers a certain amount of space for storage, for clothes, gear or other miscellaneous items directly under where your kid is sitting. The hip belt has a pocket on each side where you can put keys, your phone or snacks. In addition, the Pro version offers a small backpack which you can clip to yourself on the front, and there you can put all kinds of things that your kid needs. For example, toys, snacks or maybe 1 or 2 other pacifiers. So while you're hiking, you can just reach in and then directly give it to the back, which is super handy. But well, you're gonna need to be 2 people to put the backpack on your back, right? I mean, how practical is that? Nope, you don't. It's super easy. You move it to your hip, then you can push it slightly onto your back, and then you take all the straps and adjust them according how you want them. And that's all done by yourself. You don't need any help for it, and your kid will always be stable and not tilted. First I also thought, how the hell should that work? But then the guy in the shop showed me and I tried it out just one time and was like, yeah, absolutely no problem. Then you have this small stand. That one helps you when you put the backpack on the ground, so you can just set it down and also kind of function as a chair. And when you're up, then you can pull it easily in and out the way you want it. The main point is that when you start walking, you're mostly gonna forget putting that one in and you look a little bit like a dork. Yeah, ask me how I know. And a small side note, as already mentioned, when you go somewhere, you already have a kid's chair with you. You can sit next to each other, in front of each other, you can interact, yeah, you can have snacks together and rest some, have a good time. There's just one more thing that I would like to mention to you. Train your kid to get used to this backpack. Sure, it's very comfortable and I have little doubt that it's not going to work for you. But if you're planning a big adventure, a day hike or even a multi-day tour, yeah, then it would be horrible if 10 minutes into your walk, you figure out that your kid is afraid of the height or actually being behind you. So sure, first you go to a store where you can test it out, walk around for 10-15 minutes, and our kid loved it. So that was a good sign. And then we used the backpack on a daily walk with our dog. Yeah, there we normally take the stroller, but in this case we thought these small walks, depending between half an hour and an hour, is a good starting point to see how he gets used to them. And there we saw it works great, so we could plan the next adventure with a bigger time in this backpack ahead, so we know we're gonna have a good time. Then you figure out that everything is cool, great. Then plan your next big adventure. So I hope you find these tips helpful and I could take away the fear of you going out with your toddler into the nature. I hope these tips were helpful and will motivate you to dare and take on the adventure, go hiking with your toddler, because believe me, it's gonna be great fun. Yes, everything is a little bit more complicated. Yes, everything needs much more planning, but you will be fine. But the memories you are making will shape your kid and it will change who you are. And I see you on the trails.